But you never actually saw me do the original design of this, and that in itself was quite involved. I might just plow through some of these to make room. Okay, so there. There too. Give it as much gappage as possible. Oops, you're off by a tile. Starting mine is pretty much set up for a new patch. Just need to get some steel chests and the good stuff begins. Dang it all. I'm probably getting ahead of myself with the thingies. Alright. I have a feeling this time... So, I had this tile 4 vertically, now I want 8. So I have... 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, actually, it's 3. I'll make them mirrors of each other. So it's 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Missing modules on the right? Yeah. That's fine. As I was saying, it's not a permanent setup. It'll get modeled properly later, even though I do have the modules on me. So how did I do this thing? I squished a thingy. Also, what was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. It's not awkward at all, because it's train track there-ish. Where's the track sit on this one? There. Yeah, and that's why there's this gap there. Gap. Still with wall, so we're looking at an even number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then 1, 5. Which isn't good. It's actually really bad. I say really bad because it's an even... so the track tyre is bound to an even number, whereas this is an odd number. Then again, I think this is, what is it, 3, 6, 9, 12, 3, 6, 9... Yeah, because it's got the gap there. So we would basically have to have an empty slot here to make it tileable. And then the follow-up question is, where does the track sit? Apparently at 51 degrees. I wonder if my knee's getting warm. Watch Summer Bacon Donut. I tried posting a few things, but he had the follower only slow mode. Unfortunately. Apparently most of the people here follow him anyway. Well, most of the people that follow around Will and Exterminator and such. There. I didn't actually get the total span. What was it? $25, so 26. So in that case, 26, let's see. So 26 by 7 and 9, 16. So 416 tiles wide. I don't actually know where the thingy starts. The steel ends and this starts too. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh dear. Not a fan of his style. That's just iron. That's a lot of unload. How wide are these? Well, it has to be the same profile as these. So one... I basically seem to fit 2 in a chunk. Almost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Just verify down here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14. Not sure what his style was. Uh, 14 by... Well, it's 7 and 9, so it's now 14 and 18. What did I say it was? Oh yeah, 15, so it's 30. So it's a tiny bit wider. Wait, I said 26. Yeah, I did say 26. I did add the space. I was sort of hoping I could save a tile. In theory, I do save a tile keeping this design. I would have to be more strategic with the roboports, because they're currently what spaces it out by so much. Tile grid's at the top, not the bottom. Yeah, so... Wait, the 420 doesn't sound right. 14 by... I wouldn't mind trying a new smelter layout anyway, if it is narrower. Having said that, the new steel one will be narrower. Dislike stream channels that have follower-only mode. I think for him, unfortunately, it's a necessity. Just to stop flyby spammers. Given that he's a Minecrafter on that level, he'd need it. Aww. Aww. Don't need a trash box. Yay, super speed bots though. Bots of mass deconstruction, yeah. I imagine, like, you know how you get the occasional fake donator, he'd just be getting them non-stop. Like, I could see 1 or 2 a stream, and then he'd probably just get like 1 or 2 a second. Heading to bed now? Oh, okay, good night. And thanks for streaming. Ah, no worries. No wuckers. Do right, mate. Oh, gee, bro. There goes New Zealand. Okay. Pop you there. I think this does actually offset it slightly. Oh, before I do that, let's add a bit more buffer. Donate refund loophole. No, using the what is it, /me, I think it is. And then saying donated and quantity. So 2, 4, 6. Now. Yeah, this is an entirely separate beast, unfortunately, the fake donation thing. Now. I'm measuring it up, and I'll add a bit of this in. Got to get the spacing right and allow for everything. Yeah, just like that with energy posted. Only it would be in color to make it look like a chatbot thing, or you know, one of the Streamlabs tools or something. How about? Yeah, it's too high now. I've seen a few streamers actually fall for it, big ones, or actually more accurately, they were normally YouTubers that fell for it, and they're trying out Twitch. It seems to be mostly the YouTubers that fall for it though, the professional YouTubers. Accumulators are crying, yeah, there's a reason for that. They can't actually receive a charge. They can't be charged by their own power tier, basically. Yeah, I switched it to that. Although I might switch it back. I am inclined to want to switch it back. Although I think it, yeah, then it covers the path. How is this? 4 tiles like that. Trick of using, see, pickpockets, a 10 silver troll. Hey, you fallen sun, how's it going? Did I miss anything? Well, I picked up and put down a smelter. I guess it's not that important. Going alright, wonderful. Mostly just me, just being herpaderpy. Gotta find a new place in 2 weeks, eh? I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Or the context behind that. Moving for work or something. Or moving because cats. Landlord wants a house back. Yeah, it's not the most ideal situation. So I grab you. I'm gonna reduce it to, I think I had, I've already forgotten what I had there. I think it was 8. I'll reduce it to 6. I think it still crashes into the storage or the make everything, but not by as much. Yeah. Okay, next step. Here, lease is up. That could be one of many things. Actually, I want 2 of these. So I made these such that they should touch right up against each other. Like so, I think. Does work? No. There. That should be it, but it's not doing it. I might need a I'll see how that goes. I saw some red up further. Yeah, so they're matching. It's okay here. So what happened here? Ah, there's a power pole in the way. Bit of a problem. Speaking of problems, where's my belt? You do actually want to be careful waving that around. Engie doesn't take kindly to it. I found by wiggling these back and forth by a tile, I can save a little bit of space. So unfortunately not as easy to run up now. Thief with an F instead of TH. It's not quite what I intended. Shift right click. Emotionally undone. Ugh. Floaty bots. Where? Ah, you. That's what's causing it. There we go. I should be free now. Freedom! So that's 8 belts going in. Does the track? No. No, the track does not. Ha. What I should do. Let's fix the blueprint. Yeah, I cleaned out the mods folder too. Wakey wakey. Come on, there it is. I want to fix the blueprint now because I know that a lot of pain's going to come otherwise. There's going to be a lot of pain in the not too distant future. It'd be like a... Sounds like Exterminator's channel. Go 89%. Go, 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 go. Alright. So this is the actual master blueprint. So why aren't you tiling? I thought it did. There. You're a snapshot of that one actually. That's why. Kazam! Thank you for the follow there. He has a high tier emote set to time out people using it. It's funny. Okay, so these need to be over there. So many smelter builds. There's the old one, which even, I think even had efficiency beacons, which didn't do anything. Now it's not that one over there, is it? No, that's the stone brick one. Did I not save this properly or something? Oh no, there it is. I just Arismar it. No, that's an even older smelter build. Or is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. I think. No, it's an old build again. I'm confused. So that's the one that was in the base. But I had one of these running... I think I forgot to save it. Or I saved over an old one. Nope. Crap. Alright, apparently I didn't save the game properly. And you got annoyed at people spamming the high tier remote. There is for Nightbot, there is an auto block for, or an auto thingy for a certain number of repeated emotes. For now, I've turned it off. Okay, that's a bit annoying. So I might as well just blueprint what I got. Although it's not really possible, unfortunately. There we go. I won't delete that. Oh, actually, no, I can because it's in the library. That's fine. Problem is that it hits the storage, so it's not complete. But this needs to come over a tile. Vomit bots. Needs to be there. Well, actually, it could be there. Alright. There's actually a better spot. And I think it tiles too. I say that so optimistically. Because you know there's going to be a lot of restamping going on and on. We all know how this plays out. Hey, Rambunda. How's it going? Wee, nom nom nom. Shoot the duck. Eat the leftovers. So, yeah, it does the same thing again. Damn it. Does tile though. Ducks have 9 lives. Sure. True fact. True fact brought to you by NG. Let us. Yeah, about there. There. Having a lot of trouble sighting that one for some reason. There. Okay. There, and then you can scoop up. Feed you in there. It's 3, 3, 4. 4. Yep, that's good. Too bad you can't use a personal robot. It's probably a good thing. There could be situations where that would be bad. Imagine that happening on your separated networks. Every time you cross an air gap between networks, it bridges them. Ooh. I think I might have found a flaw with this plan too. So that's 8. Construction, not logistics. It depends if it can differentiate. In theory, that would be 2 different networks for two layers of bot networks to track. So the next step is to get the belts up there. What I want is a template in the form of a belt. Because I basically want to build this thing to span across here. So that goes there. They go through to the next level. Let's see now. That would have to be like that. It's not actually ideal. Isn't that a half? Yeah, it's only a half. But that's fine, it only needs a half. Yeah, there's not enough space, I'll move it up further. The question is, how much room do I have? Let's see... 3, 4... 5, 6, so the lowest track was there. I'll just drop this in so I have a reference. It's basically upper bound. Yeah, most of the time you only need a half throughput balancer. It's only in the more eccentric places you need a full one. The 4-way one generally you do though, I found, through building this base. It tends to be more important. You go there. You don't actually go there. And there. And there. And there. And there. So technically these can just keep on going up. Oh yeah, and the 4-way one ran into some splitter wonkiness too. I think that was more the problem than it only needing the half throughput. I did know all this off the top of my head at one point. It's something that gets forgotten. Because I never write this stuff down. I really should. Notes are generally a good idea. So there to there. Troll phrase, thank you for the follow there. Actually, that can condense right down. So there. And she likes all the bacon. The bacon. Bacon. There you go there, and you go there. There, and there. Okay, so go straight through, go straight through. Bacon. I like banning. Timing out is technically banning. Not wrong there. Okay, so you go up across to there. This all seems to be in order. No, it isn't. Ah, it doesn't reach any further. Sad times. Won't lie, I've only been vaguely paying attention. What's going on? I'm making a balancer on the output to go into the smelter. 8-lane balancer, because I'm upgrading the unloaders to 8 belts. That's the next step. So now I've just finished that. I'm now bringing the belts up. Also, I still don't have any chat. What's wrong with you? Chat box. It's all there. Wonder why that doesn't work. I'm just waiting for someone to say something so that the test window works. Yep. Forgot entry splitters. They're actually counted here. I incorporated the splitters that actually do the final bit into it. That works. So why don't you work? How interesting. Shutdown source when not visible, not ticked. So when I mute it and unmute it, it doesn't turn it off and on again. That should fix it then. Try now. I was actually sort of hoping it would fix on itself on its own. You come to there. Because I actually kind of rely on it for... There we go. Isn't that so much nicer? Huh. Ooh, repetitive loops are repetitive. Things fix on their own. You have a tech there looking at it? Yeah, oh, I'm looking at it. I used to do that sort of desktop support. So I just look at it and then it starts working on its own. That's usually how I fix most problems. They went away as soon as the person came, said that there was a problem. It's really funny actually. There's more than a few occasions where they go away happy and then it happens again. Most people were pretty good about it. They got a good laugh out of it. It also does depend how you actually approach the problem when that sort of thing happens. Most of the time, when those things happened, it was usually a wireless network problem, and it was a combination of local interference and concrete. The concrete was making it the wireless Wi-Fi from working properly, and the concrete wasn't helping. You get a lot of... Concrete's weird when it comes to RF, because it reflects and absorbs. It's really not... It's for RF, it's pretty horrible stuff. Well, for dealing with RF problems, it's horrible. Concrete's the worst. The technical explanation why is quite involved. Nothing like having a material whose dielectric absorbance, or it's what is it? Dielectric constant continuously changes depending on the time of day and time of year. Oh yeah, then rebar complicates it further. It's funny actually, because I saw an article about it recently where someone was trying to do some electronics embedded in concrete, and they suddenly discovered that concrete isn't a very good material to house electronics near, for those reasons. Okay, let's put you over there, and you go over there. Oh yeah, reinforced is even worse. Which is something to extent you would come to expect. Let's put you there. Will that work? No. No, it will not. So let's pop that there. I suppose I could pull it down a little bit if that's the case. I could bring it down 2 tiles and compact the build a little bit further. There. Now you go there, and you go there, you go there to there to there to there. Because I could save a belt tile if this was down a tile. So if this was there, hard up against the concrete path, this comes down, this stays there, and then that goes there, there. You go there, you go there to there. You come up. Ultimately, I have to save every single last tile. Every single tile counts. So everything I can do has to be done. I just need to find... What's this? It's always funny when I go back to the back tower and my cell's dead. It's funny here, it depends on... very much on carrier. There's actually nothing stopping you from taking... Oh, I guess it's different for where you are, liquid media, or do you mean US? Because there's nothing stopping you having a receiver that tunes to any frequency you want. TVs are actually good at that. TVs can pick up FM radio, kind of. Mostly mean USA. Oh, okay. Oh, actually, what if I pull it down a step further? Wasn't sure if Korea or Hong Kong or any of there, like that's a bit different. Probably get thrown in jail in Thailand. There. Because now I can put that there, and then there, and you go. Well, that does reduce it to 1 tile, whereas that... Oh no, I didn't have 2 before. Never mind. I suppose I could... Okay. Radio receivers can pick up... Oh yeah, you can have a receiver that picks up anything, but the transmission's a problem. The issue is more when... Because it came about because the bad old days of spark gap transmitters. And you don't want anyone just broadcasting anything they feel like. As weird as it sounds. Because when you pay money for, like, if you pay money for 100 megahertz, plus minus like 500 kilohertz, then you're expected to receive what you pay for. So once money's involved, you kind of expect spectrum, or what becomes pirate transmissions, because you're transmitting on a frequency that you're not paying for. So you kind of expect that to be enforced. Oh yeah, the US doesn't, US federal government doesn't regulate the world radio, but having said that, for ease of, or for easier stuff and junk internationally, frequencies are generally agreed upon internationally. So like 4G is generally the same everywhere now. I think 4GX actually. 4G isn't. 'Cause 4G's on 1.8 gigahertz here. They can't use 750 because that's into the TV spectrum here. Or at least at the time when it was first introduced, which was actually kind of interesting because the first 4G iPhone was 750 megahertz only, so the 4G didn't work here. I might be remembering wrong, but I think there's some other reasons going on for the TV allocation, to the fundamental design of the TV systems. There's more to it than most on articles that you read describe. Tightening up, they're always tightening it up. Because I love that, was a few years ago there was this thing about white space, the space in between channels they wanted to sell off. Which was getting a bit extreme. So you go there. There. Or technically there. I don't actually know what came of the white space thing. What's this here about 16 not out till February? That's my speculation. Okay. Hope I'm wrong. So do I. Yeah, I think the white space thing was actually quite a while ago now. I just remember a lot of chatter about it. You're supposed to be there. So these substations only kind of span what I want. Only kind of absurd. I have a feeling they are rushing it. Alright, now to move it down a tile. If I can find it in time, damn it. Get out of me way. There. Whee, bot speed. How are your bots that fast? Worker robot speed 17. I have a feeling they're planning something like, because we know that there's graphics, like the concrete and the brick. We know there's apparently, possibly, maybe an artillery train. I wonder if there's something else. A super secret something else. I reckon they're working on something. Because I did that in 15. There's a whole bunch of stuff that appeared that I can't even remember, which was stuff we didn't even know was coming. I thought, oh yeah, I can't remember what it is now. What that was. Just got the game? Ah, okay. Yeah, this is beyond late game. Beyond end game. After all that, I managed to reduce it down to 4 tiles from where so I started at 4 tiles, expanded it to 6, and went back to 4 again. I do remember in 15, remember there was that long anticipation waiting for the bug fix session? I thought the GUI stuff was waiting until 17. There's gonna do, like, they'll do a little bit, but they're not gonna do much for 16. I'll quiet you. Yeah, major GUI reworks for 17. So I'm gonna have to fix this blueprint. And also scoop up bots. The biggest downside to the high worker robot speed is because they consume power dependent on distance they travel. Because they travel more distance quicker, they need to charge more frequently. And that leads to everyone wanting a robot charging speed research or something. Okay, let's, which one did I do? The right-hand side. Oop, too far. Got a little excited there. I'm gonna need Brome to fix these poles. I really don't want to do it all manually. Go over there, eat all their food. Now where... there we are. It's there. See, I can get around this track. There's no horrible vocals and sound samples going on. Reasonable background music. You know, it's tolerable. Acceptable, even. I don't know about the other crap, though. That's the trouble with free music, is you get what you pay for. So I think that's one thingy. How much is missing from the top? 23. It's 46. About a third of it. Sounds very 80s. Yeah, it's trying to be. Which I don't mind. Demolish more of you. There is actually also, I remember in a Friday Fun Facts a long time ago now, they talked about tile transitions. Let's have a look. One of these. This. So this we haven't actually seen anything of since, when was this? 7th, 14th or 7th. So, July. So yeah, in the next version, so in 16, in theory this is in 16. In theory, but I haven't heard anything of it since this Friday Fun Facts. I don't know if it's in or not. What's this? Hey, just coming through. Hey. Bigger thing, artillery, GUI, mod portal rewrite, map generation improvement, train pathfinding and collisions, smoke, lamps, item stacks. I haven't heard anything of item stack. Find a way to show connected walls, pipes in a blueprint. That's been done. Confirm blueprint deletion. I haven't heard anything of that. It may have already happened, I don't know. Fluid squashing in pipes. No word. That may change that cheaty thing with landfill. Maybe, but it's inherent in this type of game. Train block its own path with chain signals. Per force on that. Trick UI weird with lots of accumulators. Yeah. Might wait until the final release, eh? Yeah, there's a few things here we haven't really heard much of. Group model items with one sprite in order to optimize rendering of saturated belts. Interesting. So yeah, there's I don't say anything else though. Nothing. But I am wondering if they are working on something else. Like, what was it in 15 that we were surprised by? I know something came out that was completely random. I can't remember what it was now. Because we were all hyped up over the Red Desert and the pump. There was a few other things. Oh yeah, like the labs, being able to insert through. That was completely unknown. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. how to get the bot coverage. The boilers. Ah, that's the one. Was it known? That might be why I'm not remembering it, because I genuinely don't remember if it was a thing or not. Okay, so you go there. Coal liquefaction, that's another one too. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I put it down a tile. Wish assemblers were like labs, passing through materials. Why only labs? That would be weird if assembly machines did that. In all honesty. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is when I find out that it doesn't tile. Come on. It's a good thing the bots are fast. Oh, hello. There's a spider crawling up down the wall, actually. No, that's not the right one. That's the right one. So, doesn't actually make any sense. Why won't that tile? Huh. Where'd that spider go also? It just jumped off the wall into what? My shoes. That's a future me problem. Okay. Beacons make it off. In theory, it should tile at that point. In theory. It didn't have a white tail. It didn't have a coloured tail, either white or red, so it's fine. And it didn't have fur, which is also a nasty one. Oh no, it does actually need a even number. Wait. Am I looking at the right point? Oh, of course. It should be there. Well, not actually there because I need roboports. Like that. Or something of that nature, and I should be able to squeeze roboports in here? Maybe? Nope, nope, no I can't. Oh. Sim bundle. Alright, what crap have we got in the humble bundle this time? Let's see. Rebuild 3, simple planes, out of the park, which are about meh. Mad Game Tycoon, which is crap. Plague Inc., which is getting onto a decent game. Train Sim, getting onto a decent game. And then pay $10 or more and you get City Skylines. Basically, there's 2 games out of all that pile of crap that's worth getting. I can go have a look if you like. It actually started crawling back up the wall. Is dead now. I think it was only a wolf spider or something, nothing particularly harmful. Now. Black spider to follow. Depends on what, if the $10, if those 2 games are actually worth $10. Yeah, spiders are cute and fuzzy. Dogs are fluffy. Everyone loves dogs. How many did I actually make? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's a quarter of the steel smelter. Oh, hello Zenith. What do you mean need less belt? What games are the good ones? Probably Plague Inc. and City Skylines. Or Plague Inc. to a lesser extent, then Train Sim. Train Sim, yeah, it's a good deal on it. But the DLC gets you. You're not actually supposed to buy all of the DLC for that. You're supposed to only get what interests you specifically. Dang it. There. Let's try that. That hits the track. Any tips for the module grind? Don't. Basically, put modules, as you make modules, feed them back into blue, you make productivity modules, you feed them back into your blue circuit production and green circuit production to make more modules. And then instead of, don't put the modules into smelting as well. Yeah, look at that. It's a cute fuzzy dog. As cute as a doggo. Someone's going to have a heart attack when they open that, unfortunately. Alrighty, there, I like doing a few substation spans worth. But yeah, feed the modules into making more modules, not into smelting. Smelting doesn't have a very good payoff rate compared to putting it into circuits. Beware of links. none of my build in the starter base set up for module. That's fine, just drop whatever you can modules into it. Because, so if you have like assembly machine 3s full of blue circuits, that's an instant free, 1.4 or 40% extra free circuits, which is pretty big. It's pretty significant. Why does it have a big hairy lizard tongue? It's actually another thing, I don't have mice around here because lizards eat them all. I should get a picture of the lizards around here. Except to slow it down. Yeah, what you can do is you can build more proportionally. So you would expand it. The other thing is to start using the actual bot base. So build it without the modules and start using it without the modules to make them, and then just dedicate it to building modules. That's the best way to do it. Worst thing you can do is wait for the starter base to make modules for like the smelting, and then the green circuits, and then the oil base, and so on and so on. Otherwise you'll be waiting for a very long time. Yeah, blue's the third best place to put the modules when you're starting out. Now let's get you lined up. What's really interesting is red isn't very good, very high payback rate for compared to any of the other circuits. And you managed to find a spider puppy. Make a belt base for how are you gonna cross your train tracks? The thing that concerns me is I'm expanding steel smelting and I'm currently only halfway. Makes me wonder if I'm going to need to double the train tracks as well. There you go. Yep, it's in line. Anyone else looked at the Factorio subreddit? Oh, is it still doing all that crap? Oh, they do line up. I thought they didn't. I drunk. Or something. Okay. Now that's done. Oh, actually before that. I just need to double check. What is it? 9.4... 62. So we go up this way, yeah? So 58 out of 62. So it's 59. 60. 61. 62 would be up in there. Okay. Alrighty. Ooh, I need a radar in there. One, 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay. Apparently underground belts are unheard of. I've noticed that's become a thing lately. People seem to have forgotten that underground belts exist. So, let's get rid of all this. Oh, I don't want to be full of bots again. Are all the bots in use? No. Alright. There it is. I can't click it. Because I need more room. Where is it? There it is. There we go. This game wouldn't be able to run without undergrounds. Or this map wouldn't be able to run. Ooh, let's see a base. Let's deposit, oh, hang on, you out of power. There we go. I suppose something to connect the wires together would help. Oh, what a save. I suppose that doesn't actually matter. In theory, the substations don't matter at all. I don't oh yeah, they do. Might have helped if I turned off. Pollution doesn't account for any UPS. Or at least any more. It's actually indirect because when you have a lot of biters around, the pollution activates them, and then it's the stuck biter attack parties, not so much the pollution itself or biters being on. But yeah, that is a lot of pollution. You can actually use a command to change the diffusion ratio. Nice red and blue picture. Did I load for you? Yeah, I did. 8 red iron, 8 red copper. It was just a... let's see. Nope, wrong button. There we go. It's a bit tricky to see through the pollution. Ah, yeah, there's that one wire in the smelter. Copper smelter. There's always that one wire when you blueprint. It's interesting, you see the copper just goes in and then insta terminates in circuits. I'm just got very confused. The monitor is plugged into the socket that uses light switch as a breaker. Ah? How do you have a light switch wired to a power point? That's weird. Weirdness. Speaking of weirdness. Should do it. Okay, so that's steel smelting. Unless it was wired up as for something specific at one point in time. Like you had the light switch turn on like overhead lights and some bedside lights at the same time. Which I think is a 40s or 50s thing. Geez, that's quite tight here now. Built in 98, that's unusual for that sort of time. Oh. Because I have seen places kinda like that. But they were, the way the socket was set up, the socket was actually hidden, so you couldn't use it as a normal socket. Whee! Yeah, they're all ran out. I think I need more bot speed. Designed as an office, so it didn't originally have overhead lamp. That's also strange for an office. Yeah, so what NG says. So this is running at 9.4 craft speed, which is as fast as it can go with when it's surrounded by beacons. Ish. It actually works out. The other one's 8.4. I got the iron plate ones at 8.4 and these at 9.4. So there is a tiny beacon saving in there. But yeah. The speed beaconing boosts them back up. Main thing is module the circuits and then just make circuit build bigger. They run faster but do have less furnaces for space. This would be much more compact as it is. Now, while I'm at it, I need radar. Yeah, so a productivity module will give you 20%, in a furnace will give you 20% extra for nothing. Just for being there, because it's so nice. There. I never actually properly worked it out, but there is a... you gain an effective number of iron and copper lanes when you add productivity. Like the circuit build... oh, I can actually do it here. Switch the thing again. So circuit build, let's just say, what does it go down to? I think it's 0.5 when it's just full of productivity modules. 0.5 on the craft speed. This thing here is actually set up from one of Exterminator's videos from a little while ago talking about the production numbers. And so I have the things you input here and then this does the actual calculation. And then multiplies by 60. This one multiplies it by machine number, so it scales by machine, and then same again. So this gives you the individual items per minute, items per second, and then adding them. So for this one, this is actually for the steel smelter, so 62 does 2397 per minute, which is just a tiny bit short of one blue belt. That's the equivalent per second, and that's the individual. But yeah, so that would be 1.4. In our living room, the entertainment is on a similar jack, except nothing else is on it. Ugh, weird. Someone had some crazy ideas. So... do you ever end up looking at the smelter briefly? I need to have a proper look at it. I was having creative mode problems though. Let's see. What is it, like 22? Well, that's one way to find out. Oh yeah, you wouldn't happen to have a 64 lane balancer on hand, would you? I got the 32 off Hoffney. Yeah, it is 0.5. So, yeah, with 1 is a 1.4 or 1. So 24. $38, $40. So before productivity, if the crafting speed was the same, working on 256 belt balancer. Yeah, I could use that 64. Someone does need a your 64. Yeah, so with that particular craft time, before productivity, you get 2400 from 40 machines. Once you're in the productivity, you now have 3360, which is 1.4. So you get an extra 0.4 of a blue belt for nothing. Now, if I reduce that, 36, I think it's... no, 26. Yeah. Yeah, effectively that. More stupid 3200 if it says it all. Yeah, pretty much. It's that time again. Yeah, so that's for one red belt, and then 1.4. So that goes. So you get a free blue belt from a red belt's worth of inputs when you go with a when your productivity green circuits. I don't have a proper formulated way of describing it, but that's pretty much how it goes. I did actually work it out some of it somewhere. Ow. So that's steel smelting as is. Yeah, 16 lanes of steel smelting. The advantage is it'll push this further in, which is something which is an advantageous characteristic, something I want. Alright, next step is to copy circuits because it's going to be in the way. So I'm going to go from 2 to 4 of these as well. Let's get you. Don't want that railway track. I think that's everything. After all the trouble of building that. I should actually get on to doing, because I'm redoing the smelting, I'll redo the stone one as well. I'll be going for 3 hours 50. Ah, yeah, you're full of stone. Don't think there's enough charging here. No matter. Oh, that UPS. That's what a lot of bots, large bot networks does. I remember that in 14. One of the first things I did was start a massive deconstruction, and the game dropped to like 18 UPS. As it stands, the biggest worry is because I want to update the unloaders, can they actually handle it? It's a real question. Another thought I had was having unloaders opposite each other. So the common exit and then have half on top, half underneath and going up. Hey, Fail Compass with a 5-month resub. Thank you very much for the continued support and love of sheer stupidity. Disconnected network. Or is the network just full? I think the network might just be full. God forbid you want to move storage chests. Oh. It's funny actually, because I was starting to clean it out. I actually reduced this storage. Probably explains why it's full. No, there is a gap. 1 tile gap over there. Yeah. Uh-oh. Hey! Ninja NG. Or even better, actually. Nightbot's hungry. There we go, that should fix it for good. Uh, 64 lane. I'll probably end up optimizing it. I had to optimize the 32 lane one. Hey, Jimmy John. What's that? The 5-month sub. Wow. Also with a 5-month. So many 5-month resubs. Feels weird. There it is. That's what we want. So I better not plop it there. Or will I? Uh, 64? It's just wow. Yeah, I haven't really seen anything that big. Okay, let's do some organisation. Rub the squids. Thank you for there. I can feel an evil crackle coming on. So I need to add it to the blueprint book. I might junk some of these. Yeah. Like that's an old one that I made in 12. It's pretty terrible. Did the job. Fulfilled a need. You know what I need to do? That lag. You need optimizing. I'm sick of re-optimizing the same damn thing. There. Not that there's much you can do on this thing, because this thing is like one of the best possible balances you can, one of the most economical balances you can have. Is it fractal? Don't think so. The fractal ones are a bit overrated. Always did like it. What is it? It's only, yeah, 23, 22 and 12. It's just nothing. The one on the Reddit book is horrific by comparison. It's like more than double. That. Like, I think even that's better than it. Hey! That's from version 12. That one. You can go. That's an old one. That's definitely from version 12. 64. 4. Let's build a balancer blueprint book for us. I suppose I could do this one. Okay. There's a 32. Splitter. And a 3. And a 2. This one's actually, I also optimized. It's actually 2 16s. Or the optimized 16 stuck on top of the half of the 32. That. A 31 belt balancer. Yeah, we'll get username on that one. There's a 16. Fair 12 map. Kana itch. Thank you for the follow there. Let's see. Is that map? Oh, that's that map. When will you fix the 64 lane one? Probably next time. Or not too distant future after that, because I need to do smelting first. Just take 32 and loop. Yeah. Hello, bots. Alright, next one. I'll do all the belt blueprinting now. Otherwise I'll forget. 4, 8, 32, 16. What the hell are you? You're a 6. That's an old 6. Alright, let's get rid of the fluff. Good mementos and all, but they're kinda crap. Worst case, I can just pull them from an old save. Like, I mean, who builds unloaders like that anymore? That's from version 12. Although it has been converted to 13. Oh, I had it in there twice. Sarcastically rude? Good old 12 lane shuffler. A trusty shuffler. Put a lock on his fridge. That sounds mean. Now that one was an interesting balancer. Not anymore. Same with I think this one. Because it kind of achieved the throughput thing. Hoping... Has it run yet? Like without creative? Oh, your circuits. Any reason to use one of those black magic splitters in your base? Do you mean one of the mod splitters? Because the mod splitters I'm not too fond of. What do they call them? Hack splitters. In theory, it actually should run at nearly 60, 60 and 15 with a exterminator spec computer. Because 4000 only runs at like 50, 48. And I have to put up with 25. There's a way to make vanilla splitter sword iron. Oh, yeah, that. That thing, that setup's pretty flaky. And it was kind of broken in 14. 13 or 14, I can't remember which. Black Magic Stones, yeah, it's it used a characteristic of splitters. You. Blurry capture. This is the one from 4. A few other things I'll need. Will you give us a tour of the factory? Yeah. So currently it's in the middle of renovations, unfortunately. Like this is was the copper smelting right here. This is all that's left of it. This being deconstructed as the remnants of it. It ended here, and there was actually stone brick smelting here. And then this block here was iron smelting to there, and then steel smelting on the end. This is actually now all just steel smelting. This is the train unload, the old train unload, which is now being deconstructed, or about to be. Stone, so copper, stone, then iron unloads. As I say, currently deconstructing. This is where all the outpost trains live when they're not out collecting ores. So each outpost has 4 trains associated with it, and then they're sent out depending on how much is available at the outpost and how much the smelter needs. So it's currently off at the minute, so they're all here. This I only recently expanded it to 4, so this copper and stone only have 3 at the minute. I haven't added the 4th in yet. As far as the base goes, this is the bottom half of green circuits. It produces each half, and there's the top half, comes together to produce 17 belts of green circuits, or 34 belts total. And then that goes out into red circuits up here, which produces 8 belts of red circuits. When it's combined down, it actually goes into like 12 for the purposes of simplifying the actual distribution, which then goes to speed 1s. Well, those two collectively, the basic green circuits and red circuits, go to speed 1s and processing units here. These each produce, well, blues is like 2,800, which is just over 1 blue belt, so there's two half-used blue belts. And now it's getting into the intermediates for science, so batteries, furnaces, gears, mining drills, assembly machines, gun turrets up here, ammo, grenades. I'll zoom out a bit. And a lot of this is just interconnecting the intermediates. And so after engines and electric engines here, we come into the science production. And so yeah, your belts of mining drills come through here, and engines here. Oh, engines and mining drills on one of these two, I can't remember which. There's some modules again. It gets split in half. Half of it goes off to rocket production over here. Rocket control units. And then the other, while rocket parts, there's the low densities. And then high tech, which takes the other half of the speed 1s. Yeah, there's the science, and science comes down to here, which is the labs, which is where the red belts are. So the final destination has the red belts, and it produces 1,600 science a minute continuously, which is 1 red belt of each pack. Oh yeah, and there's the satellite and rocket silos. So even the satellites are made on belt. So they go on the belt here. It's completely surrounded with inserters. It just barely manages. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and these are the unloads for other materials like coal for grenades, rocket fuel for the base, for trains and for rockets. And there's plastic. The plastic trains tend to cycle on their own. Do I have a video of the 1 rocket per minute base? There's Will's VODs, and that's about it. Colonel Will, because I did that on Colonel Will's channel. I think I did the entire thing. I think. That was back in February, I think. Actually, no, I don't think Will saved the VODs. Unfortunately. I know I didn't. Yeah, there's also this oil base down here. This is more conventional, so oil goes in, petroleum gas and lubricant comes out of these 4 here. The 5th one for oil, like there's a rocket fuel train. 5th one produces just rocket fuel on its own from light oil and petroleum gas. There's plastic. So the petroleum gas comes up, gets turned into acid and plastic. Coal's dropped off from the steam power plant, which is the next destination. Right, I yawn. Which is over here, so this is where all the coal comes into. And there's a train there. That is a plastic coal train just coming in. So this is sort of a storage point slash halfway point. So this is where all the coal's centralized. This used to be the main power plant before version 15. Now it's just an emergency backup. Some stupid number of steam engines. 4,600. You can't run the base on its own, but it's enough to keep it, get the nuclear plant going again if it stops. Which is over here. Which is 56 reactors. All running because of power. Power's actually being faked at the minute, so these are pretending to run. Consuming uranium. Which apparently... Huh. Alrighty then. I think I know why that is. And that's like the world's oldest coal mining patch, because it's a highly dense, compressed patch of coal. Why are there such large patches of oil? That's I didn't realise it was so bad until I got fairly far into the game, and I just stuck with it. I was playing around with the RSO settings, and I ended up managing to generate this with RSO, and I ended up just sticking with it. Because back in 12, oil was a pain, a perpetual pain. And also, originally I wanted to run the base off solid fuel. Because everyone used to scream about not doing that, and how precious oil was. So I wanted to make a thing out of it. Anyway, I think that was everything. So 16, 32, 64, 12 lane shuffler, extractor, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64 again. The next thing I need is the other Madzuri thing. If I can remember where one is. That's a bent one. I think there's a good one over here. It doesn't belt weave. There it is. I'm not sure what to call this thing. It's an anti-side loader. How many hours? So we're up to like 750 hours in this map. Some people still go full spaz mode. Some people still insist on the oil grind. That was actually part of the reason why I didn't get the game originally. Because I was watching people play it and they were saying like, I can't do any more of this because there's no lubricant, because there's no oil anymore. And I was like, well, that's a waste of time. I think that was in I was watching a video of like version 10. When I saw that, I was like, okay, this game needs to be cooked a little bit longer. Let's see, 760 apparently. Now. What's the time? While I yawn. I think I might have to leave it there. So this is... What have I done? I want to do all the smelting, but it looks like I'm not going to be able to. Oh, there's a hole there. Next time will be the rest of smelting, which will probably extend out to about there. I wouldn't be surprised. I might also look into... Because there's, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I might condense the tracks down there. What was the EPS? So currently it's 60. There, but that's because the base isn't doing anything. It's 25 when it's running. Didn't even know about the game until 12. Ooh, that's a random little bit. Yeah, we'll finish the rest of smelting next time. And then, as long as the smelting actually works, I'll then sort out the balances and the outputs, and then hopefully get circuits going. Whether or not that'll be next time, circuits will be next time as well, we'll see. Because I've got to do the train stuff as well. Yeah, oh, nice empty space. Ah, so glorious.